bottom near where you type in, make sure it says to all panelists and attendees, just so everybody can see what you're saying. That would be great. We're just a couple of minutes here. Let's see,
Oops.
we've got 14 in. I will
see, I screwed that up too.
There we are.
Oh no, you know what? I didn't realize all panelists versus all panelists and attendees.
Aha.
So just caught that now.
There we go. Yep. Super duper. Okay. I'm not sharing my screen yet, right? Okay. So we've got about 2 minutes left. There are 15 people here. We have over 100 registered. Oops, 16, 17. Everybody's coming in now. Super. Hello, everybody. So just to let everybody know, this is unrehearsed, unscripted, and real life. Mary has a dog that might bark, might not.
No, he's gone. He's gone for the day.
He's gone. Okay, that's right. Yep. So that's good. So I have a dog that might bark.
Otherwise, I'd be introducing him. Yep.
So my dog might bark, and if my cat gets in here, he might jump on my lap. But I will be going in between. Hi, Janine. I will be.
Hi, Janine. You're going in between. You're going in between hygiene and.
Hi, Janine. Hi, Janine. Janine. Sorry, I said.
Oh, Janine. Okay.
Hi,
sorry.
Janine. My bad. So I will be going back and forth between here and I'm hoping this works. I think it will work fairly well, and I'm hoping that there's not much downtime in between the segues. But I have 3 computers set up in my house in order to try and get this to all work properly and to be able to show you, because I can't show you how to host a Zoom meeting when I'm hosting a Zoom meeting, if that makes any sense at all to anybody. So what that means is I have to get up and go between here and 2 laptops, and I'm hoping I can get this all to work. So please bear with me. I would really appreciate it. Let's see. So I'm just going to make sure I get onto the right. Tab. And I will probably start sharing. I'm going to start sharing my screen now, because folks are probably going to be coming in fairly quickly now. Let's see. Turn my phone over. I look down at it every time it blinks. Okay, so I've had quite a few of you in master classes before. Hi, good to see you. But I've had a maximum of 21 people in those classes. I have 100 signed up for this one. So I know that there's no difference. Nobody's here in front of me, but psychologically, it just is messing with my head. So you
23
might see,
currently participating.
You might see a little bit more stammering than I normally do, but I'm going to try and keep that from happening. I've been practicing. Although, as I said, this is unscripted and it is live, so we'll see what happens.
Unscripted live, and guess what? I have a microphone this time, so maybe a bit disruptive.
You sound much better.
Thanks.
So I'm just going to say hi, folks. I see Amy. Hi, Amy. Hi, Francesca. Good to see you. Jill, Janine, Karen. Hi, Karen. Hey, Mitch. Anybody that I'm missing? Ronnie. Good to see you all. So we're at 25, and I'm going to start sharing my screen right now. And I'm just going to start here. And so I'm going to be demoing both software packages simultaneously. I said a few minutes ago, I'll say it again. I can't show how to host a meeting while I'm hosting a meeting. It doesn't show the controls on the screen. So I will be using RemotePC, which is the other software I wanted to demo for you. I will be doing that on a laptop that's outside of my home office. So I will be popping out of here and popping over there during this. So I'm hoping to show you how to just do a basic, host a basic meeting with the free version of Zoom. If you are just a single user and you're just using this for one other person, which would be your client remotely, that's kind of the whole concept, right? That we're thinking about for this use of the software. You can have unlimited meetings, and you can do this is, let me make sure this is recording. And let's see, where am I? I'm going to stop my share for 1 second. Okay, we are recording. Super. And back to sharing. Okay. So another couple of minutes. I'm going to just test a couple of things while everybody still comes in. So yes, we are recording, and there will be a recording provided to everybody that is signed up for this. Also going to make it available to anybody else that wants it in the Facebook group. If you're not a member of the Facebook group, I'm going to send along an email after this with a link to the video and links to the software, and also link to the Facebook group. If you are not, I think most people signed up are members of the 2020 Design Power Users group on Facebook. If you're not a member, you'll be invited in that email as well. So, okay, so this seems to be working. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. 6:04, don't want to start too late. Great. So, all right. So Zoom is a cloud-based video meeting platform. It is great for exactly what we do, which would be telepresence or a telecommuting type of thing where we're meeting with a design client. It allows you to do two really, really good things. One is video, so that you see each other. If you are in a situation where you wanted to just do a quick show and tell with some samples of, some LG Viaterra Caris, or, a door style with a paint color, you can do that because you're on camera. But you can also share your screen so that you are so that you can show your 2020 design. You can show your renderings that you've done, et cetera, et cetera. So this is what I'm going to be showing you now. This is the one that I have. I have the Pro, and the reason I do that is because of the master classes that I offer. I need to be able to offer up to 100 people. This is part of the Pro that I was able to do 100. So it's webinars, which is an add-on, and then I also do have the Pro account. But for personal use, all you should really need is the basic. You can host up to 100 participants, which is weird, but that's only up to 40 minutes. So a group meeting, anything more than 3 participants, at 3 and above, is limited to 40 minutes. But one-on-one, you have an unlimited amount of time. So if you are meeting with a client, there's no time limit. And you are able to share your screen, which is what I'm doing right now. So just going to show you how to sign up. So I'm going to go back to here. Okay. So when you go to Zoom, you would go to, sorry, my windows are in the way. Sign up, it's free. So you click sign up. And Mary, you're seeing this, right? It's showing up correctly. You're seeing the sign up. Okay, yep. I just wanted to make sure. So I'm going to, I've already done a basic account on my other email address, but I'll just show you real quickly how it goes. I'll do another one because you can have as many as you want. They might catch on if you have too many, but I don't see the bad side of having too many. So you click sign up. And then you go and check your email, which I'm going to check my local email here on this computer. And here it is. Activate your Zoom account. Actually, that's the wrong one. This is the one right here. There's the email. Activate your Zoom account. Click activate account. And you're in. You're done. That's all there is to it. So let's see if I can do it from here. What the heck? So I want to, so that's me. And my password will be this. And folks, if you have questions, there's a Q&A section, and there's also the chat. Mary is here. Part of her reason to be here, besides looking lovely and participating, is to answer your questions. So, or to let me know what your questions are during the process. So I just created this, and this is all set. So I can host a meeting. And I'm going to say with video on, see if this might really get messed up, because I set it up on 2 separate computers specifically. Yeah, see this I already have it running. So do I want to leave this one? No, I do not. So I'm going to go over to the other computer, and you're going to see and hear my family. So as I said, this is real life, and so I will be with you in a moment.
All good so far? I'll do my little awkward soft shoe dance for you. Okay. We have 32 people currently participating. That's fantastic. So where's everybody from? Just curious, while we're waiting for Colin, if you want to let me know where you're tuning in from, that'd be great. Arizona. AZ. Oh my goodness. By the way, I'm Canadian, so if I miss Chicago, oh boy, look at them all. Portland, oh boy. Hey, Ottawa, Ontario. Look at this is fantastic. Wow. Yeah, we are from all over the place. Actually, it's kind of nice reading all of this. This is fantastic. Oh, and a cat. The cat's trying to say where she's from. Florida, Perth, Ontario. Geez. Hamilton, Ontario, myself. No, that's not my kitty. That's Colin's kitty. I kind of hope to get a chance to see the kitty. I like cats. Really like cats. Wow, it's actually really exciting to see all of the different locations that are coming up into the chat there.
So anyway.
Feel connected. Great.
I'm going to log in remotely to the other one. So, because I don't think, Mary, did you see anything while I was doing that?
No, we were actually just all introducing ourselves, where we're all tuning in from, and hoping to get a chance to see your cat, because your cat was trying to.
Oh, did he come up on the?
Oh, it's a boy. Okay. No. Yeah. Well, yeah. he definitely had some stuff to say.
Yeah, he's very, very vocal.
Chatty one, is he?
He is. Yeah. So I didn't have this on the screen when I did it. So that was a mistake. So I do have. Let's see. There it is. So there's the meeting in progress. So I can go full screen here. So that's where I was just a second ago. So that when you start a meeting, this is what you see. This is what I can't show you when I'm hosting the meeting. And it doesn't, so there's a chat window, but it's weird to have a chat window because hopefully you're talking to the person. But I guess, you have an option. If you remember the email that you got, there was the option to, I think I saw somebody actually dialed in for audio. So if you have computer audio, if you have speakers, headphones, and you have a microphone with a webcam or anything like that, you can join in that way with the computer audio. If you don't, you can join in with a phone, a cell phone, a desk phone, satellite phone, really anything that Fisher-Price phone might not work, but anything else that used for telecommunications, you can get the audio from. And then, like I said, you can do the video or not do the video. You don't necessarily have to have that. So pretend I'm there, even though I'm here, and
Is that your face?
That's my face. Yes.
That's
Yes,
your
that is my
face.
face.
We
Yeah.
have it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice face.
Thank you. So, and then I can go ahead and share this screen. So I'm going to show you from this perspective, just so that you can see what it looks like, again, when you're sharing your screen with somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and share the screen. I meant to have 2020 running, but I forgot to start it, but that's okay. I'm going to go ahead and start 2020. And now you're prompted to log in because I'm on a cloud-based license. So it's and we're in. So if you can get your head around this, I'm logged into a computer that's doing a Zoom call with another computer. Let's see if I can show you that computer, because that's going to really, shoot, no, I gotta log out, darn, log out and back in. So anyway, that's okay. So this is what your window would look like when you are presenting. You're up in the corner, just like I am here, and you can't see what I'm pointing at because it's just a gray block. And you can go ahead and present to people just as if you were there, they were there in front of you. What's really neat is if you want to let somebody use your mouse and point things out to you, you can do that. They can request control, and then you can give them control of your mouse. So I'll just open some random file here. Go there. And then, yeah, I know I don't have those catalogs installed, leave me alone. And then we can go to, so I can go to my folder for that same project. And I had saved some perspectives for this project. And you can save them and show them and just kind of go through your presentation this way. And then if need be, they can even share their screen with you. If they have something that they saw in House, or if they have something that they saw in Pinterest and they want to show you, then they can share their screen with you, and they can point to what they're trying to talk about. And when you have another person on screen, which I'm going to go connect. No, I'm not, because my family's mulling about the kitchen.
You'll also, we have a question here, if you wouldn't mind.
Can you walk
through?
Yep.
Yep. Can you walk through the request access feature?
Yes. So that is, I need to, see, see, this is my side. So I need to set up another user. So let me go do that very quickly. Mary, if you could take over just a few seconds, I'll be right back.
Take over. Great. Yeah, sure. Yeah. Take over what? Wasn't exactly clear now, was he? Apparently he also has to walk through his house. Okay, we'll get to that question too, about whether it'll work on a Mac. Again, how's the weather in Canada? Here, not the greatest. We got about 5 degrees. That works out to maybe 42 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit. It's overcast. It was raining earlier. There will be recordings of this, absolutely. I would really appreciate it if the cat said something right now. Nope, no cat. All right. Draw a cat.
Alrighty, folks, I have the client running on the second laptop. This should be interesting. I think I have to close RemotePC and open it back up to refresh it. Sorry, I'm interrupting what Mary's saying because I didn't know she was talking. Sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good. I was getting all awkward and weird again. I drew a cat because your cat wasn't there.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so there's Petey. So Petey's the other. That's Petey Jackson is his name. He's the other customer. So I need to briefly log out of RemotePC, I believe, and log back in unless I can refresh.
So are we on 3 computers right now?
3 computers. I'm broadcasting from my main computer in my home office, and then I have
that was with the clock.
That was that's where I'm sitting right now. This is my home office. This is my main control center, and then my satellite. The first one is with the clock. That's the one that's hosting, and then Petey is the one that is the guest. So I'm gonna see if I can refresh this, or I might need to. Yeah, I'm gonna need to log out. Yep. Log out, log back in. So. And then that second computer that Petey is on should be there, and I can show you how to request remote access.
All right, and we also have a question here from an anonymous attendee, curious about why I'm getting a message that my computer is being remotely accessed by desktop Moo, M-O-O. This has never happened on the past Zoom meetings I've been in.
So that's not on your screen, that's on my screen. So when I'm here so see that right there? That's what you're referring to. That is coming from my computer, not your computer. That is just because that's the laptop.
No, this was actually, this was one of our question and answer questions there.
Yep. So that's on my end. That's on one of my 3 local computers here. You're not being controlled. I have no access to your computers whatsoever. So I apologize if that's freaking anybody else out, but that means absolutely nothing to you. This is all within my own network in my house. And it's just telling me that so the laptop that we're on, the laptop G5 RemotePC, see up there? Mm-hmm. That is what is being controlled by RemotePC. And you can see that RemotePC is right there. So I'm going to need to close these briefly because it's not working. I apologize I didn't have the chance to completely test this thoroughly before we started this, but time is what it is, and I believe it or not, I've been fairly busy, so I'm not sure why it'll connect. All right. Okay, so this is Petey. This is Petey's end. So see how Petey is seeing a block of himself and of the clock face. So Petey's the client. So what we're looking at is what the client looks at, what he can see. So what he can do is he can request remote control. Is everybody seeing that? You can request remote control and then request. So now, rather than running out of the room, I'm going to go ahead and open up another window with the laptop G5. G5 is our designer's laptop. And I apologize if this is getting really confusing. I'm getting confused myself, to be honest. But just keep in mind,
what gave you that idea?
Laptop G5 is the person. Okay, so that's the designer, that's us. So see, we only have one window because for whatever reason, we don't have the second window with our face in it. Oh, because we're sharing. And then, so Petey is the is the client, and he requested remote control of the shared content. I'm going to hit approve, so that now I'm going to switch back over to Petey, and Petey can now access things on my computer. So if I want to scroll through these pictures, I can. So I'm doing this as Petey. This is his computer that is controlling the, it says up here, you are controlling Colin O'Neill's screen. So if you were anybody else, Patricia and Kieran.
Oh, there's a cat.
Yeah,
there's a cat.
I knew there'd be a cat sighting. That's the kitten. That's Pepper. He's about 12 weeks old. So does that answer the question? I
kind of get a little excited about cats. I'm sorry about that.
So as you can see down here, so see that your computer is remotely accessed by desktop move. It's actually my main computer that I'm on is desktop-MOOH9LK. And I'm controlling both of these computers. I'm not controlling your computer. I'm not in control of your radio tubes. So don't worry about it. So this is.
So can only the, oh, sorry, Colin.
That's okay.
Can only the client request, not vice versa?
Well, through the software, yes. That's the only way that the so if I'm going to go back to, so we're on PD. So I'm going to go back to, right, this is the, 30 PGRVB. So I'm going to go back to here and go G5, laptop G5, which again is the designers. Oh, there's my daughter's head. My daughter, Sarah. I knew this was going to end up going into real life.
Nice to meet you.
Let's see. G5. Okay, so there's the.
And we share screens under the free version or only on the paid version?
No, so that was my goal here, is to show you that you can do all of this with the free version. There are no limitations with screen sharing with the free version. It's really just the number of people that you can have in a meeting that's over 40 minutes. A 40-minute meeting is what you're limited to with 3 participants or more. 2 participants, one-on-one, unlimited. Also, one of the things that and I never use the cloud. So they offer either cloud-based recording of your meeting or local on your hard drive. And with the free version, they don't offer any cloud-based recording, only on your local computer. And that's the only way that I do it. Even though I have the paid version, I don't want it to be out in the cloud. I want it to be here locally because I edit them down and make them available as replays. So it's another thing that the free
cloud
version
that'll include Dropbox.
So no, so it's their cloud.
No.
So yeah, so
okay.
If you have the pro version, it will give you, I think, 5 gigabytes. Let me go back to that screen. Where are we? Plans and pricing. Yeah, so they will 1 gigabyte of cloud recording. So there's no cloud recording here. It's just let's see if it, but I know I just read it somewhere. But anyway, if you're using this just to connect with clients one-on-one, the free version is all you should ever need. So
can you start a meeting? Sorry, can you start a meeting with 3 and then drop to 1 before the end of the 40 minutes and then continue?
Good question.
Or do you need to start a new meeting?
Good question. I don't know the answer to that. However, even if you have the 3 people or more, you can simply stop the meeting and start a new one. So you can just, 40 minutes is a good time to get a coffee break, pee break, whatever. So, you can then start the meeting over again. They don't limit you that way. It's just continuous meetings. They stop you at 40.
We're also being asked, we're being asked for a tour of the controls.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Perfect.
Yeah. Okay. We'll get to there. Yeah.
I will go to, so these are the hosts controls. Let's see. That evil laugh is
Somebody's
my daughter.
got the giggles.
I know.
Will it work on Mac? Sorry, I missed that question the first time around.
It is.
It does work on Mac. Okay.
Yep, it is platform independent, which means it will work on anything. There's also an Android version. There's a Mac OS version, so you can use it on. Sorry, I lost my meeting controls. Where'd they go? Oh, yeah. Stop sharing.
My face.
Stop sharing. There we go.
Nope.
So
here we are.
All right. Oh, which share did
That's
I
a nice
stop?
place you got there, Colin.
Thanks. Yeah, I just stopped the share. I'm getting confused between my windows, so bear with me. I got to go back into my screen share. Oh my goodness. I knew this was going to happen.
You're doing just fine.
Golly. Okay, here we go. There. So I'm sharing again. And all right, PD's controlling your screen. So yes, so I have to drop PD's control of my screen. And again, getting confused between them. So this is PD, and PD, I want to give up remote control. Okay, there we go. And then if I swing back here.
Are you kidding me?
That's funny. Okay.
It's almost 7 o'clock here. Well, it's 6:30, but still.
All right. Where am I? I think I'm getting. Where are my controls? So where are my controls? My controls are gone. Oh, here we go. Duh, they're at the top of the screen. So controls are from left to right. So you can just simply mute. And that doesn't really need to be unmuted, but I'll unmute it anyway. And then you have drop downs for both of those, which gives you the choice of where to have your everything go through, whether you want which microphone. So for example, if you have a headset like Mary does, you would have the option of using either the microphone headset or the headset microphone or the webcam microphone. That would be your choice. So you wouldn't like I have unfortunately I can't share mine because I'm hosting, but I have a podcast type microphone and a boom. You can't see it because of my background, but I can select between that or between my webcam's audio or even my headset that I'm wearing. So it gives you a choice of where to do that, or you can just select which one is in the system, and the system one you can select right down here. And I only have one choice because I only have one source plugged in right now, because it's a built-in webcam. So then there's which speakers you want to listen to, and then you can test them. You can do a few other things. You can go right into audio, and it gives you more settings, but I won't bore you with those. So stop video, obvious. If you stop video, you're not seeing their video anymore, the pretty clock face. And then so video settings from here as well. Manage participants. There are just two, just me and PD. And I can unmute PD right from here. Oops. Anyway, doesn't matter because we're not listening to PD. And then sharing, here's where you can do your sharing. Now your screen is self-evident. Mine, there are two because I have two screens. So if you are in your, say you're in your design studio, your showroom, and you have two screens, it'll actually give you a screen one and screen two. And you have to pick which one you want to share. There's a whiteboard. So you can actually click on that. I'll click that share real quickly. And you can say hi. And this is like remotely. I'm not even in the same room. That's actually not bad with the lag between the Wi-Fi, because I'm remotely controlling this from my desktop in the other room. So you've got a whiteboard. You can do charts and graphs and smiley faces and all kinds of neat things.
And tic-tac-toe.
And tic-tac-toe, yes. But we really don't have time for that right now. So I'll close the whiteboard. Oops, what did I just do? What is that? That's interesting. I think my daughter took down the, that's Petey's view. Go back to, all right, this is just bizarre.
There will be a video recording of this. We'll all be able to go over this again. It's a lot to digest.
And I don't know why you'd want to, because the quality's horrible, at least on mine. But anyway, Where are my controls? Oh, they're down here.
I'm going
Oh
to
my gosh.
offer a little bit of advice too. Like, obviously, we're all focusing a great deal on how this is going to benefit our businesses, and that's true. It will once we get more proficient with it. But if you want to kind of just mess around with it, call up a friend, you know,
Exactly. Yeah.
and start playing back and forth. Say, hey, I'm learning how to use this. It could probably be a lot of fun, and especially in these times where we might be feeling a little stir crazy, that's a great way to connect with somebody,
Hmm.
to learn something, to practice something, and to have a little fun while you're at it.
Absolutely. And it's very easy if you want to just, if you're in the middle of a call, and again, you're seeing this, right? I don't know why that why that's sitting that way. That's bizarre. But I'll fix it later. Actually, it's kind of a cool view.
You
So
said that that's Petey's view. He's probably had too much to drink,
yeah, that's right.
but
Yeah. Why is PD in full screen? Anyway, there we go. All right. That's better. Okay. So, oh, what the heck? I dragged it to the side. That's why. Oh my goodness. This is me at the end of the day, folks, getting a little bit tired. Yeah. I'm just going back and forth between the. Anyway, so back to share. So, and then it gives you, so not sure what the iPhone iPad is. I think that's if you have one nearby, you can share the screen. Never used it, so I have to be honest, I'm not sure about that. But the rest of these are everything that is down in the tray running. So if you don't want to share your whole screen and you want to share just one aspect of it, like for example, this view, this window, click share, that's all you're seeing. You're not seeing anything else. There's really, if I close this, move that, if I close this, then it just closes completely. The shared window's closed. So when you do share,
this is a little interesting. Oh, sorry, I don't
no,
mean
go
to
ahead.
interrupt, Colin, but we have, it sounds like a question of perspective. Can you talk a bit about how the new designers are taking to the online meetings, as we have wanted to have our dealers do this without too much success?
Well, I think it's just a matter of it. So I'm going to go back to, I think it was before everybody got on the call mirror. I'm going to go back to our first conversation about Zoom. And you said to me,
Mm-hmm.
what's a Zoom? And I think that's most people's perspective. What's a Zoom? If somebody says, oh, I don't know, you show them. Just show them somehow. Show them what a Zoom is. And I think that once people do it once, then they will be comfortable with it because it's just a one-time download. Once you download it, it's there forever. And it's really, really, really simple to use.
This is a lot like Skype, except for with the connection of computers.
Right.
Like where you can screen share,
Yeah.
or you
Although
can,
you can do that with Skype also.
oh, see, I don't
But
Skype often either.
yep. But the thing with this is, and actually, it's funny. I had an infographic that I had found, and I didn't. Where is it? It was actually comparing. I was actually comparing Zoom and Skype. There we go. Let's see if I can find it. There it is. So there are some. So you can't use so Skype is person to person only. You have to have that person in your contacts, or you have to have their Skype handle to be able to find them. All you do is you email. Oops. Oh, it's opening up. Okay. All you have to do is email a link to somebody. You all received an email with a link, and you simply clicked on that link and you were able to come in. You can't do that with Skype. And then the two others, the dial out feature that allows hosts to invite others' phone to join the meeting. So if you don't have audio on your computer, you can't use Skype. Skype requires you to have audio built into your computer, or in a microphone that's plugged in, or a webcam that's plugged in, or something. You can't, you don't have that with Skype. And then I don't understand the huge significance of this. I think for large businesses, it works well for them to use a Microsoft Outlook client to schedule the online meeting. Sure. If you're an enterprise and you're using Outlook, that's a great feature. You can't do that with Skype. You can even with just a basic account with Zoom. So these three things alone make it better than Skype. They're both free, so why not use Zoom? Also, there are two other things down here. So there's a whiteboard, photos, websites, documents, and screen from your mobile. You can do on a basic account. You can't with Skype. And go ahead.
Can a client attend a meeting from the iPad or tablet?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. In fact, I just, I was going to have it as another participant and it got too confusing. I'm glad I didn't because my head would have exploded. But I have a Kindle Fire HD, color Kindle tablet. And they even have the Zoom client for that. So you can do Zoom meetings in the Kindle, something like Kindle Fire, Android tablet, like a Samsung Tab. I forget what they're called. Anyway, or an iPad, even your phone, even an iPhone, you can do. I've done Zoom meetings from my iPhone, and you can be just as if you're doing this here. Obviously, a lot smaller, a lot harder to see if there's like smaller graphics. Somebody's screen sharing on your iPhone, it'd be kind of hard to see, but an iPad would be pretty good. So yeah, I think I've covered the basics of what Zoom can do for your business and how to at least do the basics and get set up and get started. The other thing that I wanted to show you was just purely RemotePC. So I'm gonna take the Zoom aspect out of it for now. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stop this from sharing. I'm gonna close this. Which one am I? Yep. So I'm going to end the Zoom meeting on the other machine. So this is my laptop. So let's say it's kind of funny. It's the opposite of how I would do it. Let's pretend that I am on my laptop and I'm dialing into my PC. I'm going to show you how that goes again. I'm going to close this. So I'm going to focus for just a few minutes on RemotePC and how this can help you as well. So that's what I've been using this entire time is RemotePC, logged into two separate machines. So think about that. Get your head around that. I just had in two windows, I just had the screens for two other machines. On Wi-Fi, I don't have anything that is hardwired to any kind of network. And it was performing pretty decently, I think. But if you just simply want to, you're in your office, or I'm sorry, you're in your, let's say you have a home PC and you want to log into your desktop at that's why I advocate, if anybody's been part of conversations about computer hardware, I always advocate, try and have a desktop at all possible. They always give you better performance than a laptop. Laptops, yes, they give you portability.
Can a client, here's a good question. Mm-hmm. Not that they aren't, the rest aren't, but this one. Can a client take a screenshot of your drawings or can they be protected?
That's a good question. That's a very good question. Yeah. I think so. So this is perfect. Let's look at the, I'm going to connect back to my laptop and hook up to the so this might be one of those situations
another question.
Where,
mm-hmm. Yeah. Another one we have here is, how is a RemotePC different than TeamViewer?
Different product. It's
same principle, different product?
Chevy and Ford. That's Chevy and Ford. Yep, same principle, different product, exactly. Okay. TeamViewer 2020 uses TeamViewer for their remote sessions.
Chevy.
There you go. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. So one of the most prolific designers I know, Tony Johnson. Don't know. I think a lot of you might know who he is. He's not been active in the Facebook group a lot recently, but he is a phenomenal renderer, and he uses TeamViewer. So we had that conversation, and I haven't had the chance to compare them. So, if TeamViewer is your preference, that's perfectly fine. This is what I use. And the reason I use it is I have a lot of friends and family that I support their computers. And this allows me to have up to 10 computers for like $80 a year on my account. I don't have them all on there right now, but these 5, this is a good friend of mine. I think many of you know Lisa Kirkwood. This is actually her computer. I support her a lot, so I'm able to connect directly into her computer to do techie things. But yeah, that's a good question. So here we still have 2020 open. So yeah, if you had somebody that, if you were doing a remote and people are seeing this and there's a chance that they can screenshot it, I kid you not, I actually had a customer. I was working on in 2020 on the design, and I heard a click, and he took a picture of the screen, and I called him out
Yeah,
on it. I said, "Dude, that's
there's a
dirty pool.
conversation going in the group.
That's dirty pool."
People are going to
So,
be rotten.
Yep. So you can't eliminate that possibility, unfortunately, but you can minimize it by just simply turning off all of your labels and all of your dimensions. Just turn them all off.
That's probably a pretty good practice.
There's not a lot people can do. You know what this stuff is, especially if you right click on it, and you'll still see the label of it, but you're not giving anything away if somebody does decide they want to screenshot something. So that is an excellent question, and definitely protect yourself. And I think that, there's, a decent designer, I think, that's been doing this a while could even take this and fairly easily and quickly figure out what it is within like 95%.
A few, not to get too far off topic, but a few weeks ago, I think I did a poll inside the group along lines of, if somebody showed up in your office with somebody else's work that was clearly questionably obtained, what would you do? Again, we don't want to get too far off topic, but, unfortunately, it's like anything else. Do what you can to protect yourself and hope people are decent.
Exactly. And, there's another topic of conversation in our group and in other groups is, when do you get a deposit? I know designers that even if they're mostly only selling product, they still get a retainer. And
and maybe this would be an example of something like with Colin's regular webinars. They are paid webinars that he does. They are paid masterclasses that he does, and maybe just to cover your own butt, you do it the exact same way. Once they've paid, then you can initiate this particular thing. You've already, when the world goes back to normal, you've already gone through great steps to make their life a little bit easier and to, do some work for them. And they don't even have to leave the comfort of their own homes to see what it is you've done. I don't think that it's unreasonable to say, yeah, this is worth $200 or whatever the case may be in order to participate. That's my perspective anyway.
Right. Yep, exactly. So yeah, it's and again, maybe going into 2020 at all. Maybe don't go into 2020 at all. Just just talk about product, go to product websites. You have the opportunity to, go to I'm a diamond dealer, so I want to talk to them about this is a great way to talk to them about door styles and colors and all of that. You can get away from the 2020. The 2020 is sort of secondary during all this. You can have all of that work done up front and simply be using renders that you've already saved. And then this way, yes, they can take these, but there's much less likelihood that they're going to be able to do anything with them than if they take a screenshot of a floor plan. So yeah, very, very good conversation to have. And then you can, talk about product, and because that's really, what our customer meetings are about, right? Our client meetings is talking about your all your different products that you're doing, and it's not just the design. So if you stay off of 2020 completely, and yeah, Karen, that's a good idea. Doing top view with hidden lines with no nomenclature on it. So that gives them a 3D kind of idea from, I call it the out of body experience view, because you're there floating on the ceiling. So that's a great way of doing it. But yeah, RemotePC is and TeamViewer and any of these are very easy. It's just a matter of again, you go to the website. It's remotepc.com, and I'll have links to all of this stuff in the follow-up email, which I'll hopefully get out to you by Sunday. But if you go RemotePC.com. That's the website. And I click sign up. And again, this is free for a couple of, let's see what the.
Now that California is working from home, how can we use this to sign contracts? Do you suggest using something like Docusign?
Yes, I love Docusign, and I'm this close to getting the paid version of it because I love it that much. For anybody that's not familiar with Docusign, you upload a PDF. So you put all of your views if you do the drawing layout tool, and I use the drawing layout tool a fair amount. Yeah, oops. So the drawing layout tool, oops, where we go? Drawing layout tool is here, and I thought I had done one. I had done one for this. Interesting. I shouldn't need to do. Well, that's weird. Yeah, I had done a bunch of pages for this one. I don't know why it didn't. Anyway, let's say you're doing the drawing layout tool. This is not the way I had originally set it up, but you have you generate PDFs from this, and then a good tool for PDFs without having to pay to combine a bunch of pages, because drawing layout tool allows you to do one page at a time, and then once you have all those pages, PDF Architect is a great tool as well. Since we're running a little ahead of
Everybody
schedule.
writing this down? Everybody write this down.
So Richard says happy with Adobe Acrobat for sign-offs. Yep. I think that's one of the more expensive solutions out there, quite honestly. I think it's difficult for a lot of companies to justify the cost for Adobe products in general, but there are a lot of other products out there. PDF Architect, which I think I have it on this machine, do I? I'm between 3 machines all the time, so I get a little bit confused. But I'm pretty sure I put it on here. Yep, PDF Architect. So PDF Architect, all you have to do is sign up for a free account on their website. Allows them to market to you, but I think it's worth it. And you are able to merge documents, which means that you can take multiple PDFs and merge them together into one package. And oh, here's a recent one. I'll open this one. Oops.
That's lovely.
So I mean, just an elevation, but
no, but it's with all the detail that's put into it.
So I could take this and combine it with. Let me open another one just so. There's my recents. Oh, there are 2 pages. Okay. So let's say I had another. Recent. Okay, good. Use this one too. Great. So I can go to File, Create. Merge files. Okay, I have to sign in. Just give me a second. Oh, okay. It did it automatically. Merge files. So I want to add open files. So I had those 2 files opened. All I do is click merge, and all of the pages from both are now in. So it added that 3rd page. There were 2 pages. Now there are 3. And then the Docusign is a service similar to Adobe offers, but it allows you to upload that PDF, and the customer can actually go and actually sign on their phone. So when they open it on their phone, it opens up a little, and you can actually sign with your finger. So it's really neat. I believe the Acrobat does that as well. I'm not going to go into the DocuHub. That's a little bit too involved.
Okay.
So I was just noticing, I think they've changed, and I apologize if that's the case. Definitely use something free, like a, oops, minimize the wrong thing. Minimize 2020. There we go. So it looks like they only have paid now. That wasn't the case before. So it is $22.12 for the first year, $44.25 for 2 years. there are free options out there, and I believe TeamViewer has a free version. Microsoft. Anyway, or if there's somebody on the other end, you can use Zoom. That's free. You can just have the other person log you in and do it that way. So this is the way I do it. Again, I have upwards of 7 or 8 computers that I log into on a fairly regular basis, and this helps me with that.
And those computers could be anywhere.
Exactly. Wow. Yeah. Actually, one of them's in Florida, one's in North Carolina, one is in there's one in California. I'm trying to think of one in Rhode Island. So they're all over the place. So what haven't I covered, Mary? Is there anything that gaping
we
holes
have been asked? Yeah, no, I don't think there's anything, but we have been asked if we wouldn't mind doing, by we I mean you, wouldn't mind doing a complete recap right from sign in. Start at the beginning after you enter your email and password. How do you invite your client to connect? How do you start the meeting after they have connected?
Mm-hmm.
My client yesterday couldn't get audio to work. What should she have done? And on that note, each time that I've done this with Colin, I couldn't get my my camera to work. And as it turned out, all that was because it had been opened someplace else. So maybe it was that simple and she didn't realize that it was opened under another application and couldn't get it to work for you. Or sometimes it's something really stupid, like it has buttons on it and couldn't get that to work.
Wasn't the first time, wasn't it because you're using a laptop that also has a webcam built in?
Yes. Yeah, exactly. So I had to turn off one and make sure the other.
Right.
And on this one, like I was just double checking, making sure everything was working earlier. And then I forgot that it was still on when I was trying to connect with you just an hour or so ago. So, so sometimes it's just the silliest things.
Right. So recap. So you've installed Zoom. I don't know if I showed that step. I'm just going to show you that real quickly. So Zoom, when you're on their website, resources, download Zoom client. Once you sign up, that's the first thing you want to do. You can do it web-based completely, but the Zoom client makes it much easier. So I've downloaded the Zoom client, and it's actually here on my desktop as an icon. So you go into Zoom, and it's very simple. You click New Meeting, and when you first sign up, you're assigned a personal meeting ID. That's your personal meeting ID forever and ever. So your personal meeting room is always that number. So that can be a standing. If you have a standing meeting with somebody, and they can just use the same ID to hook up with you. You just have to start the meeting. So what I have to do is, I'm gonna turn on Start with Video, and I'm gonna click New Meeting. So there's my, and I'm gonna say Join with Computer Audio. So that is setting the stage. So I'm going to maximize this on that computer. So what you want to do, so as participants, there's one, just the host, me. That's the only person that's on here. So if you want somebody to come, you click Invite. And then you have 3 choices. Your default system email, which in my case is Gmail or Yahoo Mail. So I'm going to click Gmail. And I'm going to go, I'm going to send it to myself at this email address. And send. Okay, so I'm going to come back here. So I'm going to just make it less confusing. I think I can do this. So I'm doing it just through 2 computers. So I'm going to come back here to my computer that I'm presenting from. And I'm going to go to my, and any second, there we go. So please join a Zoom meeting in progress. I'm going to click that, and there's the link right there. And there's that number that I showed you, 252-354-1648. That is always your Zoom meeting room. So that's to connect with computer audio. You can also dial by your area. So, but I recommend headset, external speakers, the audio from or the audio built into your monitor sometimes for listening, and then your microphone can be in your webcam, or it can be separate. I have a separate microphone here. I wanted something a little bit better quality. Mary has a headset. So that is, I'll see, it's, again, I'm in this meeting, so it's not letting me do it. So I have to do the third computer. So bear with me. I will go and log into that third computer. All right. And so remember, I started it from the one that's called Laptop G5. I'm going to go into the second or third computer. I'm actually getting a neck ache from trying to keep all these computers straight. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I'm going to put one over here. I'm going to put the other one over here. So here are the two computers. I have the host on the left, and I have the one that logged in on the right. So where am I? So this is the host's system, and it's weird that I've never done this before. It's making everything squished. And so here we go. Okay, so I have to click Zoom. I have to click. All right, let me just maximize this first so I can see the. All right, I get this to. I don't know why it's needing to do it again, but I'll do it again. There we go, Zoom Launcher. Sorry, everybody. This is getting a little more convoluted than I had anticipated.
You're working on 3 computers. You're doing it in a much more complicated way that we would have to.
I know.
And again, if you missed it the first time, but feel free to enjoy this from time to time with other, friends and family before you put yourself under the pressure of using it in a meeting, and just build up that proficiency like you have with everything else that you use. You build up that proficiency, you build up that understanding, and then, get in there and make it pro. But in the meantime, make it fun.
Okay. So I'm going to do the invite one more time. I'm going to invite my other email address just so I'm less confused. It's going to be from and to the same email address, but that's fine. Send. Okay. So this is the host computer. I'm going to go back to there we go. And that should show up any second. Join the Zoom meeting in progress. Show up video. Okay, so there we have. We're still, the camera's on the So it's really just a matter of, just to show you that again. So I'm gonna close this. Okay, yes, audio. I'm gonna close this. I want to leave the meeting just to show you one more time. So you go to your email when somebody's invited to a meeting, they find their Zoom, they click on the link, they're prompted to open it, and that's it. There's a download, small download the very first time, but it's quite simple, and you should be able to talk somebody through it. If they're not able to do it on the first try, I'm certain you can get on the phone with them and talk them through it, walk them through it. But like Mary said, practice with a few friends and family just to get proficient at it. It's worthwhile to have.
Everybody can start swapping out emails here in the group, like it'll be like
exactly.
Zoom Pals.
Sure. I like that. Zoom Pals.
Why not?
That's awesome.
I am. Right. I mean, it is.
You're all officially Zoom Pals. So I hope that helped and it wasn't too confusing. I'm going to do it one more time just so it is a little bit clearer. So I'm going to start with computer number 1 is, I'm going to put them side by side again so that they're, try it again. It's just not. Oh my goodness. There we go. All right. So on the left is the host. I'm gonna I'm going to invite. I've started the meeting. Let me close it. And meeting for all. Okay, so start from the beginning. Zoom, new meeting. It opens up. That's fast. That happens really fast. Join with computer audio. Then you go to maximize this. Go to invite, Gmail. Let's pretend I did it because theoretically it's the same. Oops. It's the same meeting room. So I'm going to go here and go back to that email, and I'm going to click it, join Zoom meeting, open Zoom, join with video, and we're connected. So I can request, so on my end, because I'm the host, I can request, where am I? Oh, yeah, they have to share their screen first. So let's say they're sharing their screen. Okay, so now the host is seeing the other person's screen. Or we can reverse that. And we can go, oh, you know what? I have to mute the, it's getting feedback. There we go. Or we can switch the other way, and I can say share as the host. Share my screen, share. And then whatever you're seeing on the screen is what you see. So this again, where I'm running 2020, where I don't want to show them what I'm doing, but we can show pretty pictures or share. I hope that helps. I know that this was confusing, and if it was slightly confusing to me, it's going to be very confusing to someone who's never done it before. So when I email the follow-up, please feel free to email me with questions. If you have questions about this that we're not able to answer here, or if you try it and you come up with questions, feel free to email me questions. I'm happy to help out with them. If you're in the Facebook group, start a thread. Let's talk about it in the Facebook group. Is anybody calling you Laurie? Okay. Thanks, Laurie. Yeah, I will be everybody's Zoom buddy. But
Yeah.
like I said, if reach out if you need to, if you have any questions that you can't get the answer to on your own, happy to help. Mary's getting good at it too. So Mary is you're getting the hang of it. You're getting the hang of it. You're my Zoom buddy.
Will be anybody's Zoom buddy. I don't mind looking like a moron, oddly enough. So by all means, it's great. I'm happy to look like an imbecile.
Yeah.
In the name of progress.
All right. So I think I'm gonna call it. Thank you everybody for joining. There's a lot of people that signed up that didn't show up, which is fine. They will get the replay. Those of you who have been to my master classes, you want recordings of other master classes, I have figured out a way to make those available to you, and that will be launching over the weekend, so watch for that. Also have a new master class coming up, probably not next week, but the week after, and that will be on custom textures, so that'll be a lot of fun. And of course, I'm available for one-on-one coaching. This is what I use for that platform, and it works out splendidly. So thank you, everybody, for joining me. Mary, thank you very much for co-hosting. And I'm going to stop my share, and I'm going to say, everybody have a good night. Stay healthy, stay safe, and let's all hope that this blows over sooner than later. But
you'll learn more about, I was just a couple more questions, just kind of.
Oh, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All of Colin's master classes you can learn more about in the 2020 Design Power Users group. If you're not already part of that group, he did say he'll be sending you a link to it. There was a question with regards to whether or not Chief Architect I believe it was. Whether or not you offer classes in that one as well, I didn't want to answer that. So I'm a 2020 user exclusively. So
yeah, so it's something that I do use Chief Architect, not as much as I would like, although I love 2020.
my
That's
site.
my first passion. But over this past summer, I did teach myself Home Designer Pro, which is the
Pro
sort of
Kitchen, that
light
was it. Pro
version.
Kitchen.
Oh, Pro Kitchen? Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a Pro Kitchen user. I did try it just to see what it was all about. And I think it's hard with 23 years using 2020 to, switch to something like that. Um, with all of the improvements lately and all the improvements coming in 2020, I think that it will continue to be the one to beat in the industry as far as kitchen design and being able to price cabinetry right from your designs. So yeah, so if there's no other questions, and again, feel free to shoot me questions via email in the Facebook group, private message me in Facebook. That's perfectly acceptable too. I respond to anything, just don't call me late for dinner. So on that note, I'm going to say goodnight, and I hope. We have a few people. Oh, Luell, thank you for asking. So I'm going to make the recordings available this weekend. So the ones that have been in the past will be available separately, and then I will also in the email I will have the follow-up email. I will have the next date for the. I'm shooting for. I was thinking maybe next Friday at around the same time, 6:00. People seem to be very available then. That seems to have been a challenge with my previous classes, is folks being available. So, but I will decide that in the next couple of days. And Luell, if you have some suggestions of what would be a good time for for folks that that's good to know, because I know there are a few people that couldn't go during the workday. So.
And the
Thank you for
recordings are
asking.
always available.
Right.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be able to make them available afterwards as well. So if you can't make the live, then the recording will be available separately for download. So yeah. So again, thank you everybody so much. And I will talk to some of you and see you in the group. And Mary, thank you again. And I will talk to you soon. All right.
Thank you.
Thanks everybody. Take care. Bye.